Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you are okay. I am Miss Munira and our lesson for today is measuring tools. If you are looking at your room, what is surrounding you? Maybe wall, door, bed, fan, mirror, desk, laptop. So all these objects, we called it in science matters. So bed is a matter, mirror is a matter, door is a matter, desk is a matter. Why we call this object as a matter? Because this object has a mass and volume. That's why we called anything that has a mass and volume as a matter. And this is the definition of matter. If he asks you what is the definition of matter, it's anything that has a mass and volume. So balloon is a matter because it has a mass and volume. Snow is a matter because it has mass and volume. Ruler is a matter because it has mass and volume. Air is a matter because it has a mass and volume. Okay, what is meant by mass? What is the meaning of mass? If you are looking at this picture, we can see the elephant is heavier than the rat. That means the amount of matter inside the elephant is more than the amount of matter inside the rat. So, in another words, the mass of elephant is more than the mass of rat. So, the definition of mass is the amount of matter that the object contains. If he asks you, give reason why the mass of elephant is more than the mass of rat, because the amount of matter inside the elephant is more than the amount of matter inside the rat. This picture shows 5 persons with different body masses. If we are looking at person number 1, he has the lesser amount of matter. That means he has the lesser mass. Number 2 has a more amount of matter than number 1. That means he has a more mass than number 1. Number 3 has a more amount of matter than number 2 and number 1. That means he has a more mass than number 2 and number 1. Number 5 has the biggest amount of matter, the largest amount of matter than the previous persons. That means he has the largest mass. Again, what is the definition of matter? It's anything that has a mass and volume. What is the definition of volume? It is a space that is occupied by the object. So, laptop has a volume because it takes a space. So anything it takes a space has a space. That means it has a volume. We can see the water, the glass first is empty. Then the water is full, the space inside the glass. That means the water has a volume. Again, the glass at the beginning is empty. Then the water take the space, full the empty glass. That means the water it has a volume. If water has a volume, that means that water is a matter. So anything that has a mass and volume is a matter. This diagram shows that any object has a mass, volume, length. We said this object is a matter. We mentioned before that our lesson for today, the title for our lesson, it's called the measuring tools. First, the length. How we measure the length. What is the measuring tools for length? And what is the unit of length? How we measure the length. What is the measuring tools of length? Tool number 1 is a measuring ruler. Tool number 2, graduated tape. So there are 2 tools for measuring the length, ruler and graduated tape. There are 3 measuring units for length. Number 1, centimeter. Number 2, meter. Number 3, kilometer. If we are measuring the length of pencil or book, we use centimeter. So centimeter is suitable for measuring small lengths. If we are measuring the dimensions I mean length, width and height, for a classroom, we use meter, the measuring unit meter. So meter is suitable for measuring the large lengths. Kilometer, if we are measuring the distance between 2 countries, 2 cities, we use kilometer. That means kilometer is suitable for measuring very large lengths. So again, there are 3 measuring units for length: centimeter for small lengths, meter for large lengths, kilometer for very, very large lengths.